Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Athlone Stadium, the home of football. Welcome to the Coca-Cola Cup, proudly brought to you by Peninsula Beverages. It's the 29th year of this prestigious tournament, and I can tell you this, I said it last year and I said it the year before. If you've never played in this tournament, or you've never coached and you've been a losing coach, do you know what it means to play in this tournament? Not many coaches or players make it to the final, not many coaches or players make it to Athlone Stadium. You only make it if you watch it from the stands, but you work really hard for years just to make it to the tournament. We're going to call the one and only. He's played at this field so many times. He does those banana shots. He can still do those 45-meter drives. He still plays with Copa Mundials, and he still has exactly the same, is it the same underpants, Ben Bailey, that he did when he captained Santos. Please welcome right now the one and only Duncan Crowley, who brings in the men's senior trophy. I think this is the only trophy he's never won. If you go to his house, he still has pictures in his home with those massive afros. Did you win this trophy before, Duncan?
As a coach, 7 times.
As a coach 7 times, as a player?
Never played in the cup.
Never played in the cup. No, you played in the celebrity media game. And I still remember you, yes, sir. If you get someone that can moan at you on the field as Duncan, and he'll say to you, don't listen to me, pass the ball, Gershwin. Duncan, I'll do it next time, I promise you. She's only 13 years old and she plays in Dangerous Heroes senior team. Bayanda Sakiti, is that legal? Head of competitions? Yeah? Does the rule say you can? 13 years old, her name is Olwetu Tause. She's part of Dangerous Heroes team and she brings in the ladies trophy. 13. You're finding talent young, neighbor, younger. So if you, does she like register with a birth certificate? Passport, okay, passport. Over there, my darling. 13 years old. Are you a striker? No, 13, 1-3. Left, right, center of the park, a 6 or 8? 8. Ah, so you box to box. Ah, Olwetu Tause. Thank you very much. And then, my apologies earlier, I said it was the senior, it was the under-18 trophy, and that's why it's so small. He was actually scouted while playing in this final, which they lost in 1998. He went on to play for Ajax. He went on to captain them. He played for Cape Town Spurs last year. They call him Hara, Clayton Daniels, because he has the most craziest hairstyles ever. He lost when he played Riverside Rangers up against Ajax, but that's when he was scouted and his professional career started then. Let's welcome Clayton Daniels right now with the men's senior trophy. Well done, Hara. The closest you get to lifting the Coca men's senior trophy.
There's always a comeback.
There's always a comeback. We'll get him in the media again. All right, once again, good evening, everybody. Welcome, as I said. This is a prestigious evening. You've been waiting for the launch evening. Most coaches, they are smiling because, as I said, they know Janae Beg. This is the closest. Let's just welcome our very own president, Mr. Bennett Bailey, president of SAFA Cape Town, vice president of SAFA National. Good evening, sir. Good to have you. Vivek Kohli, he flew in this morning all the way from India.
Routing, Lesotho, then
Lesotho, Johannesburg, then Cape Town. Vivek Kohli from Masita, he's the chairman. Good evening, second time in Cape Town. To his left is Ashton Constant, he's from Peninsula Beverages. And the only man who works in marketing for Peninsula Beverages, his hair will never be out of place. His eyebrows is on fleek. It's Mark Widdendahl. Evening, Mark. He bought himself brand new sneakers just for this evening's launch. And for that, I get a free straw with my Coke. To his left is Nick Feinberg, the voice of football. He's from Heart FM, also the head of creative. If he stands, you'll see how tall he is, but we'll let him sit because of his back. So Nick Feinberg, good evening. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And then JP Nordia, he's got a black belt times 10. Don't mess with him. He's a karate master. How many black belts do you have? 10, right? He's got a few. He's represented South Africa on numerous times. He is the president of the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation. JP, good to have you here. I'll stop talking in case you just give me a, we don't want that at all this evening. And then to his left, he'll speak about sports. He'll speak about everything tonight. We'll hear from him. Good to have you, sir. Good to have you here this evening. And then also we've got the rest of our dignitaries who are here this evening. We've got all our REC members. We've got our LFA presidents. So if you are an LFA and you're looking for money, please get it from the REC members tonight. There are fines that you can collect as you leave the venue. Then also we've got our vice president of SAFA Cape Town, Mr. Linda Pistoli. Good evening to you, sir. The last time we were at an event, you were jawing like anything. You almost left your shoes behind. And then also the young lady herself, she said, Gershon, if you say my name incorrectly, it is fine, because when we speak English, we also sometimes don't say things correctly. So Mrs. Nomonde Ndiyoko. Did I say it right? Almost. All right, let's please take a moment. Let's stand, the national anthem of our beautiful country, South Africa. Thank you very much, everybody. To those that just joined us, good evening and welcome to the official launch of the Coca-Cola Peninsula Beverages, the sponsor. It is the Coca for 2024. She's got a beautiful smile. I pronounced the name correctly. She asked me, Gershon, why does your jacket look different to ours? I was just given this jacket this evening. They said, if you don't wear it, you're not getting paid. I was like, okay, great. Only joking. All right. Mrs. Nomonde Ndiyoko, Vice President of SAFA Cape Town.
I am vertically challenged, Gesh, so I don't know if I must put it down. Thank you. I think it's better. Good evening, colleagues. I think, Gesh, you actually did the welcome. As I was sitting there listening to you, welcoming all our guests sitting there and naming them. I don't want to do a repetition of that because you've already done, but from the region, I do want to say to everyone that is here today, you are welcome to this 29th edition of the Coca. So we're just 1 to 30, basically 1 minute to 30. So I would like to welcome everyone to the partners, particularly who have made this day to look as it looked today. Beside that, operationally, it is the region that made it, but it wouldn't have been possible if you hadn't brought yourselves to us when we came and cried to you. It is very important for me to say that in this 29th edition, it looks as beautiful as this. Previously, it was Safa Cape Town banner and a Coke Peninsula Beverages banner. But today you see it's like a wall-to-wall, if we can give it the terms of the curtains. It's a wall-to-wall as it appears today. So I do want to say welcome today. It's very special, especially to the players. We know that for everyone to participate in this competition is special. And as part of the welcome, I also want to welcome the Western Cape Sports Council, the LFA presidents, as well as the clubs that participate in the competition, because we wouldn't be here today if there were no clubs to participate. The competition has grown so much that not only the sponsorship or the partnership that we see here brings a great impact in terms of growth of the competition, but it has grown also in terms of participation from the clubs as well. We've seen a lot, myself and BK were talking about the women's side of the competition, where we used to even struggle to make up actually 10 clubs. And we would go and scratch and approach clubs to come and participate. Now they come voluntarily to participate, and that we sit with big numbers in terms of women. So I want to say welcome everyone to the media. Guess you forgot to welcome the media. Welcome everyone, and the host yourself, because the hosts are never welcomed, because you're the one that is doing the talking all the time. So we do welcome all of you. Feel at home and enjoy the evening. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Namonde Ndiyoko, who is the Vice President of Safa Cape Town. He is passionate. I said we'll chat to him later on. He's passionate about spatial planning, always want to ensure that there are venues around Cape Town that children will have a place where they can play. As we know, that is very important. He's also a former soccer player, midfielder. He said that Bennett didn't want him to go pro, so that's why he went into government. So let's welcome Councillor Aslam Kasim, his portfolio chairperson of Spatial Planning, City of Cape Town.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Being the host and the presidency from the executive from SAFA did the necessary welcomes. Just once again, thank you for honoring myself as well to attend this prestigious event. I think this is the second year that I've been fortunate to attend such a prestigious event, and with such amazing people doing amazing work within our communities. And just very shortly, I want to mention that when it comes to sport and the role that it plays, especially for us here on the Cape Flats and in the region of the Athlone region, we have various LFAs as well. And as we know who's the major LFA within our area, don't have to mention that. But it plays a very important role in a defining role in shaping and influencing our identity. I think you know that goes without saying. You see how our youth, what it does for them here in the Cape Flats and in the Athlone region specifically. Very powerful mechanism, and it plays a very pivotal role in uplifting individuals. We know, and I believe also, that especially when it comes to government, sport is playing the single most important instrument in strengthening relationships between communities. This is the one uniting force within our community. It is soccer. I don't think there's any other sport, not because we're now on the platform of soccer to mention this, but if you look at the one thing that brings our communities together throughout times, throughout the decades, I mean even post-apartheid, during apartheid, it was always soccer, strengthening our communities from various religions, various creeds, various colors, all coming together purely to enjoy this game, and it plays that role of constructively contributing to a more homogeneous society, as we see we are fortunate enough to receive. So the impact on our well-being and the well-being of our communities, because our communities are often ravaged by, what is this, delinquency, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, gender-based violence. This is the order of the day. But sports, and specifically as we mentioned soccer, it is playing that role to remove and eradicate very profoundly so within our communities these social ills and scourges that we are facing. So to everyone, I know I don't do the vote of thanks, but thank you very much. President, Mr. Bailey, your role in this community is so instrumental, and thank you so much for what it is that you do, and also welcome to all our guests that are always part of this major tournament. Thank you, and may the best team win. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Councillor Aslam Kassim. To think about it, when the tournament started a few months ago, senior teams in totality 442. Ladies, 82, and under 18, 342. That's the amount of clubs that started when Coca started, or Coca-Cola Peninsula Beverages. As you know, they are the official partners. If we look at it in the ladies, Magic and Dangerous Heroes. Stop smiling, Bayanda Sakiti, because you were stressed out in the final last year. Dangerous Heroes, they are the defending champions. The way the table is at the moment, the pathway to the final, they could potentially face each other again in the ladies' final. Under 18, the teams that played in the final last year, they're not in the tournament this year, Matroosfontein and Cape Town Spurs. And then the winners last year, Diak Dorda. I've never seen Goulburn smile so much. Waar's julle? Waar's Goulburn? Kom, stel nou. Ek weet julle is hier so julle gesien. Where's Goulburn? Ah, there they are. Losing finalists last year, they are on course to potentially make it to the final. So this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Let's welcome the guy who's got muscles from Brussels, black belts from China, Japan, and Tokyo. He can break his jacket if he flexes. Let's welcome the one and only, the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation President, Mr. JP Nordia.
Everyone's looking to see if it's going to happen now. It's not going to happen. The last time I was...
A little bit shorter.
The last time I was standing here behind a microphone like this was probably 10 years ago at a Cape Town Sport Council meeting. And at that stage, my talk, like everywhere else, is always about around governance and compliance and all the administration that we have to go through to make sport work. And the evolution of sport in the Western Cape is chalk and cheese from where we were 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago. The conversations we were having 2 years ago is a different conversation to what we're having today. The landscape is changing by the day, by the month, so rapidly. The language that we use now is different every day. Government expects different from us. Lotto expects different from us. Our sports structures expect different from us. Globally, the world is just moving differently, and I'm happy to say, as a provincial sport confederation, not only have we projected where the world was going to be moving to, but we've actually managed to shoot above the rest and punch above our weight. And so, in driving here, it's ironic because in driving here I was thinking, when was our last Western Cape Provincial Sport Awards? And what did I say at those sport awards? And generally when I get a microphone in front of me, I go to war because we have to make changes. And so then we're scrumming with government, and we're reminding federations to be compliant, and we're pushing politicians to do their job. And that's the conversation we used to have. The interesting thing is that we don't have those conversations anymore. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about those things because it's all in place. And why am I saying this? It's because SAFA Cape Town is leading the way doing that. We don't hear about politics anymore. We now hear about the new language that we're talking about in the world of sport, and that is about adding value. Not all the other noise that you hear, adding value. And I looked behind me earlier and I counted 9 banners. 9 banners behind me to make sure that our partners and sponsors and those that invest in us are being looked after. What an amazing appearance. We sat in a little side room there earlier on, and immediately when Mr. Baig, our chairperson of the Cape Town Sport Council, walked in, he went straight to sit with Mr. Vivek and welcome him and make him feel as part of the family. This is all about adding value, the likes of Coca and Hart. It's about adding value. I'm absolutely blown away. In terms of the Confederation, as much as we talk about adding value, we've got several elements that we drive very hard. We're a non-negotiable organization on our transformation scorecard. We are way ahead of the rest of the country on everything that we deliver. We are non-negotiable on gender equality in our sports space. We drive our coaches hard and we drive high performance hard. And we drive extremely hard to add value to our organizations in terms of education and the value that we add to our club structures. Because we understand that the club structure is the heartbeat of any sports organization. The club structure is the link between school sport and the federation. So when I'm sitting here and I hear that SAFA Cape Town has got 82 women teams, it just makes me, let's just say, emotional, to say nothing else. I don't know, Bayanda, if that's been part of your responsibility, but I remember something about your name being attached to women's development. And I think that all of you need to understand how much hard work it goes into doing that. It doesn't just pop up. A lot of clubs are there from a historical space, but to develop a sports structure, to add value and add organizational infrastructure, takes a tremendous amount of hard work. It takes lots of volunteers and people who are willing to go the extra distance. And I must point that out. We're aware that everybody sitting in this room here tonight is a volunteer. We understand that. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at the fact that I think all of you can be very proud. In fact, there was one more thing that I wanted to say. When we talk about adding value, try and understand this. How many weeks, Mr. Bailey, is the Coca? 9 hours. Rounds. 9 rounds. Okay. Try and understand this. You have 9 rounds to maximize your value. All right? 9 rounds to be WhatsApping, to be taking photographs, to be putting things on Facebook. 9 rounds available to you to create what we call the wedding book. All right? Because this is what next year's sponsors are going to be looking at. So do me a favor as the clubs that are there, because it's all about you, the clubs and the players. Grab it with both hands. Deliver it above expectation. Can I just then say, on a personal note, on behalf of the Confederation, how proud we are to be associated, and the privilege that we have to be able to join you. Because I think sometimes, Smoke, we take for granted that we're even able to do sport. A lot of people out there don't have the privilege of just getting to practice, being on a field, kicking a ball. So from the Confederation side, we keep remembering this. And maybe just a final thing, always be careful when you give me a microphone, because I might talk for a lot longer than you expect. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, Mr. Bailey, you and your team. You guys can really, you know, hold your heads up high. We're so proud of you. You know, you've got our full support from the perspective of the Confederation, and I know that the Coca is going to absolutely deliver incredible value for the partners again. Thank you very much, folks. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Mr. JP Nordia, the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation President. The next speaker flew in from India via various countries in Africa, then Johannesburg, then Cape Town. He's a former, listen to this, table tennis gold medalist in Dubai. He won silver in Cairo, bronze in Cairo. His wife, his daughter, his son, all played for India. He's a former soccer player, believe it or not, well they call it football in India. He was a striker. So when he heard that there's going to be a sponsor media game, he said to me earlier, Gershon, can I please play striker? Just touch the ball once. I said, yeah, sure, Vivek, why not? I mean, you're a apparel partner, of course you can. So yeah, you're in. Just we'll get you a nice headband and stuff like that. Just like, wait, lekker. All right, so Vivek, welcome again. Second time to Cape Town. Welcome to the family. You are the technical partner for SAFA Cape Town. Let's welcome Mr. Vivek Kohli. As I said, SAFA Cape Town apparel sponsor from Masita. You just purchased Masita last year. Yeah. After giving up on soccer many years ago to play cricket and table tennis. And also, you're also the president, Commonwealth Games for table tennis. Yeah, you got 87 countries reporting to you. 72. We'll add another 10 soon. All right, Mr. Vivek, please welcome you to the stage.
Thank you so much. It's a great honor to be here amongst you, especially thanks to Bennett. We have had some Zoom meetings, so I said I should go and feel the soil and see what is on the ground. And it's great that such a great sponsor, Coke, is sponsoring this for last 29 years, but I was told like 45 years we've been associated. So this is the 29th championship. For players, for any organization, the importance of sponsor is very, very important. And to continue sponsoring to this level, like 82 women teams, which is amazing. And the structure itself looks pretty solid. So when we spoke about joining SAFA Cape Town as the technical sponsor, I said, we should go, but go to make a difference. Not just go as a technical sponsor or something, but as a long-term partner. To have the same vision to grow the sport. So I come from a sporting family. My grandfather started the sports business in 1922. So we are a 102-year-old company. I'm the third generation, fourth generation has already joined. And Masita, I took over last year. I bought from a Dutch company. And it's also a 91-year-old brand. It started in 1933. And we have about 150 soccer clubs in Europe and 2 national teams currently. And SAFA Cape Town is going to be our showcase. So I was discussing with them that we will create a unique clothing, unique appearance for the team, so that from next season, you look completely different. And you have your own position in the market, but we will try to market it, the branding of SAFA Cape Town at the next level. So that's the plan. And also, not stopping there, we are going to be involved in the schools as we discussed, and we plan to open a academy with the SAFA Cape Town to train budding players. So there is going to be much more in the future, but I'm very happy to be here, and South Africa has been our first partners in table tennis. When I joined my company in '91, I met Joe Karim. He is the current president of SAFA at table tennis of South Africa, and he was at that time also the first president. So we met in Japan, in Chiba, and since '91 we have been partners with the Table Tennis South Africa, and so it's been 33 years partnership with them. So SAFA is the beginning for us in soccer, because it's also a learning curve for me. It's not my, let's say I've been in sporting field, but I learn from the teams and I learn what they need, and that's, when you come face to face, that's the only time you can learn from them. And we will be speaking to the players as well, what they like, what they don't like. Because one of the dream, what I have always, whatever you wear or whatever you carry, you should feel ownership. And that's why when we build the ball, we put the SAFA Cape Town logo on the ball, so that they own. So it's not just my brand Musita, but it's SAFA brand also. So SAFA Cape Town and Musita become partners. So we own this branding, and we will create this branding worldwide on our network. And we will take this forward to the next level as much as we can, and with the support of SAFA Cape Town and sponsors like Coke, I think this is possible. So Coke is one of the giants in their own field, and supporting SAFA Cape Town shows that SAFA Cape Town must have done something great, so that Coke continues to be partner for many, many years. So we are in safe hands, and we'll take the things forward with SAFA. And one of the things I was sharing with some of the vice president, we were chatting, and I was telling them, nowadays, you know, the guarantee words has vanished from the catalogs. Warranty has replaced at some places, and with an asterisk. So in our catalog, one of the lines says, we don't sell products, we sell satisfaction. So that's the key, that till you are satisfied with the product, it's ours. But it is yours when you are 100% satisfied. But not, it's ours completely. But I'm not saying we don't make mistakes. We can make mistakes. But we are ready to rectify those mistakes. We are ready to take that responsibility on us. So guarantee is with us. So we say we don't sell products, we sell satisfaction. Very few companies in the world can today say that, because I see a lot of asterisks. Insurance especially. If you do this, pre-existing. So in our products, we will never have that problem. And I can assure you that it's going to be a great innings together. Thank you. God bless you all. Love you all. Love sports.
Before you have a seat, Mr. Vivek Kohli, you've got to come stand next to me. We did this the last time when I met you. I mean, you waited. Your data didn't deplete. You had good fiber that night. Because you stayed on that Zoom for like, what, 5 hours? And people thought, I mean, we were waiting for you to blink, like blink, blink. And then you're like, no, you could remember everything. So remember you spoke Afrikaans that night, right? You remember? Okay. Now, remember when we spoke, I don't know if you can, there's 2 types of Afrikaans. There's Afrikaans, and there's Afrikaans. So you must now say to them, Almal, jy moet lekker speel. Like with attitude. Almal, jy moet lekker speel.
Almal,
jy moet lekker speel.
jammer look.
Like lekker speel.
Lekker speel.
Ja, julle,
Julle,
as kwaai.
as kwaai.
Nee, good luck.
Nee, good luck.
Away.
Away.
Vivek Kohli, Chairman of Musita International. Under 18 boys, Antalya Sport, FC Kaapstad, Rebels. Yeah. Everton and Overpark, Khayelitsha, Bayview, Valhalla United. In the ladies, Salt River, Blackpool, Spurs. Dangerous Heroes. Hey, Bayanda. And then UWC. Shame, one of their players came and she said she fell and was it your MCL that you damaged? Were you taking a selfie while you were warming up or something? She's out for 6 months, so she's walking at the moment, but she's here. And then also RV United, UCT. In the men's, Saxon Rose. I never saw a coach smile that much. They even came with brand new tracksuits. Where are they? Isn't that next year's tracksuit you're wearing already? Is it this year's tracksuit? Oh, it's this year, not next year's. Okay. All right, so then also 2 for Joy, Young Idols, Blue Gum United, FC Tafelsicht. How did you guys land here? That's a surprise. Young Pirates, and then Vasco. The last time Vasco played, are you the coach now? He played in the tournament. That was the last time they were in this far in the tournament, up against losing finalist Goldburn. He came here this evening to sing and entertain you, and I've never seen someone have one voice, and the minute before he comes on stage, he has another voice, and then he puts sunglasses on. Huh? You mustn't say huh when you sing. He even put sunglasses on. Shadley Schroeder, the one and only, no socks tonight, but he's got a lekker jacket on, and he's singing glasses. Let's welcome him.
Sit so still, you guys can dance a bit. We're going to do another song. We're going to do one more song. We're just going to wait for Mr. Master to play that song for me. You can play it. So if you want to dance and sing another I'm trying to dance one. It's a bit nervous, don't worry. But if you want to dance lekker, Joe lekker song. Don't be nervous. We're going to take the glasses off. Yeah, here's some music. Come on. We're going to give the jazz version. Here's some more music. This is nice one. Ooh, yeah, yeah. hearts, and when your hand is in my hand, words cannot express how much you mean to me. There must be some other way to make you see. If it takes my heart and soul, you know I'd pay the price. Everything that I possess, I'll gladly sacrifice. Oh, you to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing. Oh, baby, yeah, come on. Oh, baby, to you I guess I'm just a clown who thinks you want me to tie me down. Oh, baby, yeah, oh, baby. You give me just a taste of love to pull my ups apart. You know you got the power, girl, to give me all they got. So now you've got the best of me. Come on and take the rest of me, oh baby, yeah. Though you're close to me, we seem so far apart. Maybe given time, you'll have a change of heart. If it takes forever, girl, then I'll prepare to wait. The day you give your love to me, for me it takes too late. Oh, you to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing. Oh, baby, oh, baby. To you I guess I'm just a clown who picks you up and shine you down. Oh, baby, oh, baby. You give me just a taste of love to pull my youth apart. You know you got the power, girl, to give me all they got. So now you got the best of me. Come on and take the rest of me, oh baby. Oh now, yeah. Oh, you to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing, oh baby. Oh baby, to you I give everything, the sweetest song that I can sing. Oh baby, oh baby, you to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing. Oh baby, oh baby, you to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing. Oh baby, oh baby. Thank you so much.
I was told that not all men can multitask. Sorry, man. I was showing you a message. I thought he's going to sing, remember the words, and then read and say, okay, cool, and then go on. Sorry. All right, we're having a quick break. So, first our dignitaries. That means the cool people sitting right in front, and the second row. So if you're in the second row and you're not a dignitary, you're still cool. So first our dignitaries are going to go up. There's popcorn, there are waffles with sauce. Apparently there's like chocolate sauce and chocolate crumble, and there goes my diet by under again. All right, so our dignitaries to go on. We're going to have him singing again. And then also if you want to have a smoke break, please outside the building, not inside the building. If you've never been to Athlone Stadium before, the bathrooms are straight down the M5. Take a right on the N1, N7 left, and it's right next to Dunoon. All right, so just out the door, just make a quick right, left, the bathrooms are over there. Gents on your left, ladies on your right. If you want to go to either or, I'm not going to judge. All right, let's take a break, and we'll see you in 10 minutes, all right?
ground, what's about the facilities for women? But I don't want to speak about that because I know that SAFA Cape Town's heart is in the right place. You know, when I listened to you earlier, Mr. Bailey, about the numbers. In 2014, there was 14 clubs. In 2024, we have 84 teams. It's an increase of 500%. So even if I want to write you about, yes, that is. It's 500%. I calculated what the percentage is after you said that it's 500%, the increase from 2014 to 24. And I want to say, as someone that works in the space of gender equality and gender-based violence, it's huge strides. And I want to speak tonight about when Heideveld Female Football Academy approached me to ask me to come and assist with the young women in the team. We took them on a camp and life skills. Besides soccer, there's so many things. You know, sports it's the only thing that unites. If you look at the Cape Flats, one of the things that we do, we have a boys program. Boys between 10 and 14 are most vulnerable to and susceptible to gangsterism and gender stereotypes. So that's when they are most vulnerable. But if I look in communities, the dedication and commitment from others that is fathered. And one of the things that I want to say, you cannot be what you cannot see. And if men do not step up, remember, I'm also speaking about single mothers. Single mothers cannot raise men. Mothers raise boys. Men raise men. So, all of you, I really want to applaud you for what you're standing in the gap for. You know, if I look at gender-based violence, I see this every day. We know we had a femicide in Nantes last week. We had a femicide on Heideveld soccer field about a month ago. There was another femicide there. But if I look at the men in this room, and I thought, I love to speak about women and how do we what is the word I'm lost for? It's almost like, how do we improve the lives of women and speaking about that? But I want to, and I sat there and I thought, I want to applaud the men. Because when I look at boys' programs, I know that you cannot be what you cannot see. So for the boys on the Cape Flats, having all of you there, it's something. But I want to also speak to the part. You know, when Mr. Bailey earlier said inside that he called me about the problem, and then the next thing we were on the line, there was a soccer match in Hanover Park where there were shots fired, and by the Monday, 2 of the referees were brought to our organization for psychosocial support or for therapy, like you want to call it. But I want to say, sports also, for the sportsmen and sportswomen, children need more than just the football and that's where we come in as organizations, and that's what I want to encourage you. In communities, there's organizations like ours that support them on a psychosocial level. Sometimes it's that boy, that's the outlet, the sport is the outlet, but they have a greater need, there's other needs as well. And that is where us as civil society organizations, or NPOs like you would call it, come to the fore. So thank you once again for the guys, the good men. You know, when I stand in court, when I go to court, today again I was at Wynberg Court, and I look, and you're frustrated, you become despondent about gender-based violence. But I want to say to the men here, it is all our problem. Gender-based violence can only end if men become allies, if men become partners to fight the scourge of gender-based violence. But I want to applaud you, Mr. Bennett. You know, I call you out on sport, and 2 years ago, when the prize money went up, it was the same. And at that same time, us as gender activists were calling out SAFA all the time. Why is Banyana not getting the same pay as Bafana? And Mr. Bailey, you paid the Coca 2 years ago the same prize money. Hulle speel mos dieselfde tyd op die veld, hulle speel dieselfde sokke. Is dit nie vrouens? Hulle speel net so hard. You know, so why are we still not paying them the same thing? I want to thank you, sir, for Masita. One of the things that I heard was that you're going to make the uniform women specific. We have press and we have bombs and we have other things, you know? And so you can't have uniformity. We are different. God made us different. You have your role, I have my role. So I want to thank you that you've even taken that into account, that the apparel is going to be gender specific. And if we do not, sometimes I'm serious, but there is different. I look at everything with a gendered lens. So thank you, Masita, for doing that, for making sure that the apparel is going to be gender specific. Thank you once again. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Caroline Peters. The next person we are calling on, he is the voice of football. He knows every statistic regarding Chelsea. For the last few years, I've been impressed because he now knows the rules of rugby. He's got the most gorgeous voice, the personality of an angel. Let's welcome Nick Feinberg from Heart FM, the head of creative. Let's give him a big round of applause. Nick Feinberg.
Thanks very much, Gershon. So I can see all your beautiful faces. Thanks very much, Gershon, and thanks very much for inviting me here. For those of you who don't know me, Gershon's made a sort of a slight introduction. People used to call me Nick Feinberg or Kruppbeck on the radio or TV, a hooligan on the football field when I played second team football in Maitland for 10 years or so. Now I'm just known as Sasha's dad. So I'm Sasha's dad. Give me a round of applause. And the reason I bring that up now is probably, I was thinking about it on the way here, and you know, because Sasha was a really good footballer and probably could have gone either way, rugby or football. And I'd probably suggest he was a better footballer than rugby. But I remember on one of our first occasions when we went up country somewhere when he first made the Western Province rugby team when he was about 13. He came out of the changing room after the game and he said, Dad, you should see what it's like in the changing room. There's like, our kits are hung up and there's Powerade, is that Coke brand? Yeah, there's Powerade and the kits are hung up and there's a guy giving straps and they're massaging and I could just see this like, I just want to do this. There was hope. And it was an incredible thing, and you know, he's gone on to do good things. Why I bring that up is because you know, the Coke Cup, and it's been since I've been in this country since '94. The Coke Cup's just been, you know, it's been there forever, and it's one of the best tournaments I've ever seen here or in England. And it's beautifully run, and it's professional, and it gives the participants hope that our football community can do stuff and be great at what we do, and we can move forward. So it was a no-brainer when it was presented to Heart FM, to the management team, and we were obviously there was just no hesitation, and we immediately said yes. And Bennett came along, and we spoke about a few things, and as mentioned earlier on, the radio station is quite happy to give a bit more than was expected, because we just want to make it work and publicise things and make it good. I mean, obviously you have to make it good for sponsors, but we're not in it to make it good for us. We're in it because we're part of the community. We believe in football, and I'm a football fanatic. I'm not a rugby fanatic, guys. I haven't left football. But just absolute pleasure to be here. Thanks for having us, and it's going to be a great tournament. Looking forward to some good football. And stay tuned to Heart 104.9 to cover the action. Who's going to be covering the action? Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. Thank you so much, Nick Feinberg, Head of Creative at Heart FM. So, earlier during the break, I've never seen so many, well, there were two teams that came to me and said, hoe kan jy so praat van ons? Hoe kan jy sê, hoe kan jy sê, ken jy vir ons nou? Tafelsicht, they knew, they improved, all their players go for haircuts before game days, die fade is in. And then Goldburn also said, guys, we're 9 man, this was 8 man, because they want to make it to the final once again. The media, when I told them, guys, there's going to be a media sponsors game before the final at Athlone Stadium on the 26th of October. Have you ever seen old Buddy start stretching in the foyer? I mean, the guys were stretching. Then they were talking about their shin guards that still goes over their ankles. No, we have slide-ins now. We don't play with those ones around, so throw those away. All right. To the next person, he is passionate about the brand, he's passionate about the sponsorship. Last year, Coca-Cola Peninsula Beverages renewed their sponsorship with South Cape Town for 3 years, Mark? 3 years? The tournament in itself is 29 years, going for 30 years next year. It's got a rich history. He said, please don't go on with me. I said, please, otherwise there is no Coke at your house. I had to remind him I've got an empty fridge at my house, so it's okay, come on with you. He went to the store this evening. He took it over 12 months, a brand new jacket. Yesterday afternoon when I called him, he said, I can't take your call, I'm at the hairdresser. He bought specialized wax. I wouldn't know that. I'm a brill cream kind of guy. Wax, because he heard the wind is going to howl at Athlone Stadium. So you'll see the hair is combed to the left. And what is that? A undercut fade? What is that? A low cut fade. And his eyebrows are in. Let's welcome Mark Woodendale from Peninsula Beverages Coca-Cola, our sponsor of the Coca.
So luckily, Gershon, are you going to go on with me? So I've got one for you. So Gershon probably calls me more than probably what he speaks to his wife every day. Like, I can show you my call history. The president of South Cape Town, vice president of South National, your executive sponsors, partners, players, coaches, and everybody in attendance. Good evening. What does the Coca-Cola Cup mean to Coca-Cola Peninsula Beverages? And I'm yet to sit in a meeting with President where he says, it must go to the community. We must go to the new. We must go to a novel path. And I think we share the same sentiment. It's another opportunity for us to connect, to uplift and refresh our communities that we operate in. I just want to take the opportunity to thank and to actually just tip my hat to the current sponsors and the new sponsors that's coming on board. It's very difficult in the climate of South Africa and global at the minute. Because where does companies cut budgets? Marketing, advertising. That's where we cut first. So I want to commend you guys for putting up your hands. Masita, RTFM, coming on board. And I'm going to keep this quite brief. I just also need to mention on behalf of my commercial director and my direct lead, John Jube and Dan Davis. They couldn't be here this evening. They had some personal things to sort out. And Mr. Coley, I think you put it so great earlier when you said, you don't sell products, you sell satisfaction. At Coca-Cola, we don't sell beverages, we sell real magic. To the teams that are still in the running from last year and this year, all the best. Mr. Bailey, to you and your executive for the business end of the tournament, all the best. To my team, Melanie, Ash, thank you for all the hours that you put in. I think you guys are the unsung. I just stand up here and put on a suit jacket. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the recipe and travel home safely. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Mark Woodendale from Peninsula Beverages in marketing. He comes back on stage. He's got something special lined up for you. He asked me to be part of it. I just gave him a look. Anyway, Shadley Schroeder coming onto the stage once again, or to the front of the foyer. But I tell you what, Shadley, I'm going to help you. To the young man from Saxon Rovers, we need you. Yes, we need you, young man. Yes, come and join us. Come.
Thank you.
With your brand new tracksuit. Come. Kom, maak groen. Kom alsjeblieft, kom. We live, so you can't say no. Come. Come and join us. No, come and join us. Harder. Come and join us, please. Yeah, come.
We just want to do a quick photo.
Come, Clayton. We need a photo with you.
Just a photo? Can we have a photo?
Then also the coach from Tafelzucht. Come and join us.
And to Caroline as well. And a photo with you as well.
Tafel, we need you. And then we need one more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one more. Ah, Booby. Vivikoli, I must tell you, Booby is head of South Cape Town Technical. When he heard that you are a former gold medalist, he said he wants to take you on in table tennis. He still holds the record in 1981 for most games won in 1 hour. There's just no opponent. So he wants to take you on. All right, Booby, come, Booby, come.
Come.
Yeah, there we go.
I think we can I think we have everybody else up on their feet quickly. Everybody on their feet. It's going to stretch a bit. Lovely. Gershwin, where are you going? All right. So we're going live, and on these platforms that we have chosen, it's all around the world. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play this song, and you guys are going to dance with them and make a vibe and show the people around the world that we are live in Cape Town.
Vivian Coley, do you understand what you sung? Just for a second. Okay. Kena, 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 kena.
Kena, 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 kena.
Tina, tina, ho.
Tina, tina, ho.
Liquor jai. Liquor jai.
Lekar jai.
There we go. Thank you so much. All right. I don't know who sung louder, Bennett Bailey or Andrew Bossman. I know in my right ear it sounded kind of in tune. In my left ear, Andrew Bossman. Not a bad effort, but okay. All right. He's a massive Liverpool fan. He will call you at 11 o'clock at night. But do not call him when he's having his rooibos tea in the morning and reading the newspaper. And when you call him, you can hear his alarm going off in the background. Is that like your door sensor or something, or your window sensor?
It's a dog.
Yeah, she hears it in the background, and then you hear this, and then it's his dogs. Do not go to his car when his dogs are there, because socks will attack you. Let's welcome SAFA Cape Town President and Vice President of SAFA National, Mr. Bennett Bailey.
Thanks, Gershon. Good evenings. Tonight is it's a very special night also. Normally we start events by having a moment of silence in honor of those people who were here before us and who really paved the way. Tonight is also Tonight is also the memorial, and I believe the funeral is on Tuesday, of the person who negotiated initially the Coca deal for SAFA Cape Town. That time it was SAFA Western Province, Richard Africa. So Wayne and Gordon went to pay our respects to Richard Africa, and we will make sure, I know the legends might not be so happy, because I already confirmed for Tuesday, but it's also the funeral on Tuesday. So I will have to do a Judy Boucher day, 2 places at the same time. But we'll take it from there. So if we can just have a moment of silence for all those stalwarts who have been there before us, and especially people like Richard Africa who negotiated this deal that we are now looking great at. Can we do that? Thank you. You might have asked yourself the question, why this ambience? Hey, what is wrong with these guys? We wanted a movie setup. You know, people, the creative people, they think all these things. And, you know, I'm from the old school, I want to see everybody, just switch on the lights, you know. So they came up with this idea. And they said there must be popcorn and Coke when you go to the movies. And then there's also this interval. Now we know on Monday and so on, there's just one movie. You must go home afterwards. But during our time, there used to be interval. Now if you miss a girl, there's also a second opportunity. But nowadays it's gone. What's it, Jacobs? It's gone. You see, he's also one of those guys, just a single movie and go home. But then they take a break with him. Now, we're also working on to have the final stream, because we think it's important that we spread the gospel as to what we're busy with, and the beautiful game. And we're part of the global village. And we must make the village small, so that everybody can see they're really part of what's happening, so that they can also be agents of change. It shouldn't be for a select few. So we will do that one as well. I'm not sure there will be 3 intervals, Rob, 3. So 3 packets of popcorn. And those, and a Coke, because that's the important part. Don't forget the Coke part.
3 Cokes.
3 Cokes, yes. And 3. And now you can eat. So that is what we try to do really. Linda will do the vote of thanks, but I think it's important that I also just share a couple of things with you in terms of the sponsors, and I must thank them as well. When it was asked how many rounds did we play, it's 9 rounds. Ayanda? 9? No, it's 9 rounds. Now we take it about between 9 to 10 venues. Take the under 18, we start at 11 o'clock and we finish at 5 o'clock. At those venues. That's 6 hours where we push back the frontiers of crime and we create an alternative lifestyle for our youth. And you know, youth when they're idle, they catch on something else. So for 6 hours, at about between 10 to 12 venues, for 9 rounds, we push back effectively the frontiers of crime. And no other activity in social society can, in civil society can do that. And that's the power of sport. So if you want to understand those powerful words by Nelson Mandela, when he speak about the power of sport, this is what he means. About 2 years ago or 3 years ago, 33 murders were committed in Anoa Park and Delft, Abechatimula. Okay? The next round of Coke, we took it to those 2 venues. No murders were committed during that weekend because everybody looked forward to the Coca. They didn't want to disturb the intention of us bringing the Coke up because they were scared that we were going to take it away. Caroline, toe dat hy 2 ouens skiet, dat was 'n ander game geweest. It was the 3rd division, Marianne, the 3rd division. Yes, but it wasn't Junction Rovers. Because we topped the rock with 14 points that time. So it was only those other guys who wanted to sabotage us. Oh, Silver Spurs. But that is what's happening. That makes football. Football brings emotions, different emotions. The rugby team won. Everybody say, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." Okay, that was the end of the day also. But if Bafana wins, their celebration right through Amla's the drop. Even I was at the drink. So it brings something else, you know. There's some other vibe, there's some other injection, there's some other dope that's involved. And we owe it, not only to us, we owe it to the next generation to be our better self. So that we can improve not only our lifestyles and our lives, but for future generations, because we train future leaders, not only ourselves, we are here. And therefore when you look at the Coca, do not look at as an exercise to get fit. Because if you want to get fit, I can give you my Virgin Active contract. I will pay it for every month because then you're in the wrong game. But if you want to change lives, then you're in the right game. And that is what we're doing. So when we put in the effort, and when we go to potential sponsors, it is with that in mind. Many organizations, they would get an event management company to put all of this together. We are doing this as volunteers. As volunteers. And if they behave, we give them a tracksuit top. I had to quantify yesterday for the auditors. What is it that it costs to put an event together? And I phoned my one friend and he said, "Benny, I do that. If it's a small organization, I go for 10% of the budget. If it's a big one, I go for 20%. I then worked out, okay, Coke sponsorship. 20% of that. He said, yes, I must go back to Mark. Because now we'll come with science. We'll come with science and to qualify that. So I want to thank first, before we're going to thank each and or anybody, the REC and especially the office staff for putting this event together. When you walked in here, you saw something great, isn't it? And you must have received a phone call or a follow-up if you're going to be here, isn't that so? So can we give them a round of applause? Our commercial affairs guys, they came up with a popcorn guy, with a popcorn idea, so it worked, isn't it? It worked, and especially for the halftime. Now, I've put also the following. You must just indicate when I must stop, no? Okay. To put now this together, and I must say that the councillors, we really want to put it out to you to assist us. Okay. I've just explained now about the 9 rounds and so on. We are the biggest sport organization, district sport organization in this country. There's no sport or district sport organization in this country which can give us 121,000 members. Just one press of the button will give everybody. It's not fake, it's not fictitious, it is a fact. Those are people in the books, we'll give you a phone number and everything. No, leave the phone number. We'll give you the names, but we can do that. So we are bigger, we are big. We are bigger than some of the political parties. That's the truth. I mean, that other party I used to belong to, I think they got 20,000 members. I'm not going to, but it starts with the first letter of the alphabet. But I'm not going to give you the name. Okay, but we're 121,000. But yet, we look at another sport code with 10,000. There's another one with 6,000. There's another one with 3,000. But they got complexes. They really got complexes. We operate at the garage, out of a garage. And yet, we could increase the women participation in the Coca from 40 to 82. From the normal numbers, about 100 and something, 200 and something, to 300 and something under 18s. And that is where the crime is being committed most. And we've made a dent in that. So we ask that you councillors also assist us with that. That's the least you can do for us. We will not toy-toy because you are the good councillors that's here. You are the good ones. And we work closely with you, isn't that so? We work closely. And we will never say anything bad about you as councillors. And we really want you to assist us. I want to thank Coke, Mark. When we always come to you, you are always there to assist. And we look at this, it's 29 years that we now having this tournament. We said that we're going to invest. Now next year, when someone win that, they can take that because we wanted to, this year, where's the Ulcis? I think it's this year. Whichever year. This year. Said, and we need for year 30. We need a bigger one, or better, or another one, can't say better one, another one for the 30 years. And before Caroline comes back, let's just have the trophies the same size, please. And these guys will deal with you, Tutsis. And then the under 18, okay, leave them there, the under 18. It's not, but it's bigger than the Coke. But we get to look at this. We can really look at that. And we also had 104.9. I think that we got more than what we bargained for. Really, we got more than what we bargained for. And they're on board. And like they said, next time will be better. Okay? And then Vivek, Asita, you've already committed, and we're very happy that you, and it's a good quality. You look at the tops people wear, and they wear it with pride, the tracksuits, everything, it's good quality. Even I look sexy in that. always look, just ask Gerson because he's the one who comments. I need to also now go through some of the other stuff which I was told already. Okay. Now I was given a script, but that was just what I wanted to do. I've thanked each and every one. I've thanked them inside. I've thanked them, the dog, Junaid, JP, the media, and I must say that this is one event that the media really comes to the party, and they really blast it all over. And I think that Terence said that maybe you should also focus on that girls in the LFA, because it's for the first time. We used to have boys playing in the LFA, but now we're having girls playing in the LFA also. So maybe if you have some time, you can just also spend in that, because the bullying and the crime committed, it's not only amongst the boys, it's now spiraling out of control when it comes to young girls. And this might be the difference. And who knows, your coverage might be the difference in it. So I was asked to give some things, gifts, and I was given an order also, and I'm going to ask that you come forward. I'm not sure, where do we take the photo? Yeah.
In the center.
Huh? Right in the center. Yeah. Okay, so I must move out of the way. Okay. You wanted me to hand this over and to read. Okay, let's do that. Let's see how it works. The first person is Councillor Aslam Kassim. Just want to give you something. Councillor Charles Iso. But according to me, he's been doing a good job and he's been there for, let's say, forever. And he wins his ward 75%. 75% consistently. Whoops.
Yeah. One of the good Isos. Dankie Neef.
Dr. Yusuf Hassan, Doc, and Doc is the person. Next week we'll be having a conference, a medical conference, and we will deal with strapping. We'll deal with medical or the injuries sustained by players, and they do not even know how to deal with it. And Doc will be having that conference next week, and the coaches, you are also invited to, because there will be a course the Friday, starting at 9, finishing at 5. Finishing at 5 for strapping, and that's an art. Yes. They're strapping at the old fussy, because you can injure him or her more. So Doc will be doing that for us next week. And thank you very much, Doc. Caroline Peters, I'm not sure why it is red. I'm not sure if it's the team you support. Nick Feinberg? Nick, yes? Huh? It must have been a scary movie, man. Now, this is for the person I serve with the Cape Town Sport Council, and he's also the secretary of the Confederation. And when I at times need advice, legal advice, costs a lot of money. But then he provided for free. Now we could do reciprocate now and give him something for that legal advice. Junaid? Normally when we visit Coke, there are 2 people in that room, or 3. But this one always follows through on the conversation. And he wants to know more details. Because he wants, when it comes to this event, he wants that to be perfect. He does not want Mark to argue with him. Aston? Now this is the guy who flies. He leads the Confederation, and we have regular discussions about how do we make the sport better, just better, and the rest will follow. JP, thank you very much, sir. Now, this one really makes it happen. It's between him and the success. And I must say that, Mark, we're going to put our best foot forward that we've ever had. So thank you very much. And you've been very consistent by giving us support right throughout. You even ask if there's anything else that you can do. But when it comes to the 26, this is what we're trying to do. And like I said, it's those 9 rounds, those 6 hours that we put in. And I've asked that our people just jot down some of the stuff. There's something that we do not add, and that is job creation for that day. It's not only paying the referees, it's paying the auntie who stand by the gate, the auntie who sell the fed cook, and so on. You know, it is job creation for that day. It's not only pushing back the frontiers of crime, it is that as well. So hopefully we can give you something more. So when you go to your seniors, you have something more to sell. So Mark, we're having a small token to say thank you. Now, we've been negotiating for a full year. What could have been more? And because Vivek travels between countries and his time zones is very difficult, because at times for him it is 2 in the morning, and for us it is 9 o'clock at night or 7 o'clock. So, and we've been really pursuing him. That's the wrong word, but I want to use that. Pursuing him just to let us bid this sponsorship, because we knew the importance of it. And when we sat down with him, he said, okay, guys, let's put down 40,000 euros. Now, being an accountant, I immediately, it just went, ranks. And I said, that is huge. That is huge. For amateur sport, for that amount, which translates into 3.2 million over 4 years, that is huge. Not even professional clubs enjoy that type of sponsorship, and apparel sponsorship. So we are grateful for that. And we want to thank you. And you might not know as you sit here, he really struggled to be in Cape Town tonight. It's school holidays, end of the month, end of the week, it's long weekend that's about to start. So flights are fully booked. He was prepared to jump in a car last night in Joburg to drive to Cape Town. He said he's not going to drop us again. Vivek, thank you very much. This is a special.
My creation. It's a soccer ball. That's my design. So this is weekend.
No, Guap, it's not what you're thinking, Guap. We're closing now.
It's a pendant.
Oh, it is very slick. I feel it. Oh, man, it's a pendant, man. Oh, it's this one. That concludes my part. And now I want to call forward our Vice President, Linda Pastoli, who will do the official vote of thanks. But once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Over to you, Linda.
Thank you, Chris. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse my voice, catching up with the flu. This weather of Cape Town is changing a lot. One day you have 3 weather. I just here to do a formal vote of thanks. I would like to thank everyone that is here. You know, the president has singled out our dignitaries. You know, I will not. Thank you very much, Keshwan. Thank you. You know, so that you know me. I like to leave when I speak. As I was saying, the president has already sent out our dignitaries, you know, to thank them, you know, one by one. You know, everyone, also the LFA presidents, the clubs, you know, the coaches, the staff, you know, our Savakidam staff, the REC. You know, everyone that made this evening possible. You know, also, JP, I know when you came here, you said there's a lot of banners here. When I walked in here, you know, I didn't know if I'm in the right place, but it was beautiful. You know, it's beautiful. You know, what is displayed here, behind here, around the corner to that side. You know, I'm sure that when the Coke started, you know, their first edition, it wasn't like this. And the second edition, and so on and so on. Even last year when we had this launch, it wasn't like this. That means each and every year we're stepping up. You know, we have accelerated, you know, going further. That tells you that as next year we will be marking, you know, our 30th edition, which is the 3rd decade. You know, I can assure you the pace that South Cape Town is running now, we'll have this house full of banners, you know, with the new partners that want to be part of, you know, the edition. Obviously, Coke is the main sponsor of the edition. This year we've added Masita. Thank you, Vivek. You know, I mean, it's a, I can say safely say it's the first tech response that we have in Cape Town. Also, it came at that time where this year we're playing Coke. You know, thank you very much for that. You know, we really appreciate. And HRFM, also thank you for coming on board. You know, you really give us, you know, more power now to push. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming. You may all drive here safe home. Thank you.
So the 29th is the date. Dunoon, Hanover Park, Tafelzucht, celebrating the 11th year this year. Tafelzucht, they said, Gershel, see how the team, it's an team. Good luck to every single coach, every single player, every single administrator. We know it's hard work, it's long hours, sometimes it's selfless. But may you continue to grow, may you continue to grow the players, male and female, and may you as a coach continue to grow. To our official sponsor, Peninsula Beverages, Coca-Cola Peninsula Beverages, to every single person, REC members, to our dignitaries, thank you for making time for being here. And may you have a wonderful 2 weeks ahead of the last 8. Because then we have semi-finals at Westridge, confirmed, Prez? And then the final, 26th of October, right here at Athlone Stadium. Booby, it's time to start stretching. You must play for 5 minutes, even if it's to waste time. But we're gonna play. I must just confirm something to you. I know when you heard the president speak about the 40,000 euros, you're like, yoi! Safat geld! That sponsorship, I can tell you, is in apparel, not in money. I've never seen so many photographers rush the moment Vivek brought out that light. They thought it was an engagement ring of sponsorships. And then I heard your vice president say, the president must declare it. So please, declare it. Why did you blush, by the way? Vivek, you made the president blush. Once again, thank you for being here. May this year be a successful tournament. Congratulations for making it until the last 8. I know lots of teams and players wish for many years to make it. And also the player of the rounds also. That has been fantastic, seeing the stories of real players in their environment, talking about how sport, how football changes their life, and they know that in one moment their life can change. And that is what sport has, the power. So, could you be the next Clayton Daniels? It can't be me, man, ik het die haren nie. Maar Clayton Daniels you had a phenomenal career and still playing. It could be you, your life could change because scouts come and watch these games. They want to see how you adapt, how you play. Well done, thank you to everyone. Safe home. Don't forget to stretch media because the 26th of October is a media game. Good night, thank you for being here.